In previous videos, we've taken a look at moving sprites using the velocity command and the counter pattern. And now what we're going to do is we're going to look and see how we can combine those. So if we take a look at here, we have our car's velocity. It's sitting at 0.2 right now. It's asking us to increase that speed. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to the car velocity. And again, this is going to be on the x-axis, is going to equal that same counter pattern that we've been doing, which is the velocity of the x-axis. And this time we can add something like 0.3. That should be 0.03. And now when we run that, we can see that that car gets quicker every time this program runs by using that counter pattern of the existing velocity increasing by 0.3. So if we come over to bubble 4, we can see the same thing that's occurring on the y-axis. So we can write this same counter pattern on the y-axis. So this one, we're looking at the rock and the velocity on the y-axis equals the rock's velocity on the y-axis. And because remember, we're going down on this, we can make something go quicker on this one. So we can add 0.5 to that. And what we can obviously see is every time this runs, our rock gets 0.5 quicker. So we can see that acceleration occurring. So when the other ones, it was constant speed, or we did the movement on the x or y using the counter pattern, but now we're using it to change our velocity. So on this next one, we're asking to slow this car down using a counter pattern. So again, I'm going to go my car's velocity on the x-axis equals that car's velocity on the x-axis. And the way we're going to slow it down is we're going to subtract 0.25. Now, eventually, as this program runs long enough, the car is going to stop and reverse. So if we wanted to just stop when it reached 0, that's where we look at creating a conditional statement. So when we get to bubble 6 now, you're going to choose one of these and write a counter pattern using the velocity to solve that. And then ultimately, when you get to bubble 7, they're asking you that the rock is thrown in the air but never falls back down. You're going to use the code to slow the rock down and then fall. So we take a look at what's there. It goes up forever. You want to slow the rock down and have it return to the ground using that counter pattern.